art is such an abstract notion that you can pretty much convey any emotion that you have or any thought that you might have into this world in tangible forms, you know, in my case, objects. I'm a self-taught artist, and it permits me a way to express my thoughts, which all my life I've always been a deep, deep thinker. And I think that the universe is filled with like infinite expression. And I think as humans, we're the perfect medium to convey all of the mysteries of the universe. I decided that I wanted to start getting into like very high tolerance, high craft Tantos, which are basically circular paintings. And in the past 2 years, I've been making them and refining them and developing them. The circles, I don't know what it is about them. They're mesmerizing, and I think that they're kind of the embodiment of completion. It's one of the most universal things out there. Art transforms people's lives. It shapes the way we think. It shapes, shapes how we view the world. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a brain surgeon. Well, that obviously didn't happen. I'm obviously not that sterile enough looking now. I wanted to be a brain surgeon, and I brought this up with a friend, and he's like, well, maybe that's what you're doing with your art. I mean, you still are a brain surgeon in some regard because, you're designing these things, people aren't looking at them, and perhaps it's altering the chemical inside of people's brains and helping them. And I totally believe that. It's also allowing me a way to express whatever's going on in my mind. So art is a very good starting point for therapeutic purposes for anybody. Art is universal, it's accessible to anybody. In that regard, it's kind of unconditional. So art doesn't reject anybody, anybody can do art or be creative with art. And just based on that, yeah, I mean, it's totally therapeutic and accessible for anybody. I think it's fantastic that DCAC is doing what it does for kids. There's so many untold stories about, kids that have unfortunate living circumstances. To the degree that DCAC has developed, there's great gratitude on my part because, I had a challenging childhood, and I think that there's a lot of kids out there like that. I mean, there's a lot of dysfunctional families out there, and I'm happy to be working with DCAC to kind of, alleviate a lot of these unfortunate conditions.